Everybody, this is Jimmy the Greek coming to you with a new Strat-O-Matic replay. We're in the middle of a pandemic in the United States. Baseball shut down, schools shut down, so I've found at least 3 weeks. Starting to seem like more and more, or longer and longer, but at least 3 weeks to start a new replay, and that's what I'm going to do. What we'll be doing, hopefully, playing both the American League and National League of the 1951 season. The way that I'll be doing it, I've got computer managers set up for all of the opponents aside from both Brooklyn and Cleveland. Both teams finished second in 1951 in their respective divisions, and the goal is to get both of them into the World Series. Now, Cleveland's got a few more games to make up than Brooklyn, as I believe Brooklyn finished one game out of first place. But nevertheless, that is the goal. Now, the way we'll be doing this, as you can see, I've got the card images turned off. That's because I'm going to manually roll the dice. Just for whatever reason, I feel more comfortable playing the computer game, manually rolling the dice. You could probably consider me a conspiracy theorist as the way of the dice roll that Strat uses. I'm not going to argue for or against it. I just feel more comfortable. I feel like I'm in more control, obviously, when I roll the manual dice. Obviously, rolling the three six-sided dice, and then I'll throw my 20 at the same time as well. That way, if we have a split chance, we'll be able to look down right away, determine what the split chance is, click, and move on. We'll be using the animated fielding chart as well, so if an X chance comes up, I'll just re-rack everything and throw them again, and then we will figure out from there. Not going to be your typical broadcasting of the game, although I'll obviously throw out stats and things like that as the games are being played. But what will happen, like I said, I am managing the Brooklyn Dodgers, so as the game moves along, you'll hear me think out loud on things that I want to do, strategies that I want to employ, and things like that. Excuse me. So without further ado, before I forget, I started playing this. I had this idea in mind last week when kind of all this sickness was really slowly starting to take over. I didn't think we had come to the point that we are on March 16th, but yet here we are. In the first game of the season, the Dodgers were defeated, so we're currently coming into the game 0-1. Obviously, that makes the Phillies 1-0. And without further ado, let's see what we can do. First offering from Preacher Row is a 1-8. As you can see, as I mentioned, we've got our first split chance, and what do you know, it's a 1. Whatever happens in the game, I'm learning right along with you guys, because I don't own the cards for the 51 season. I obviously have turned the images off. So again, we are going at this together. And it looks like Ashburn lays down a sac bunt, so there's one out. Willie Jones is up. Little runner on at second. And Rose offering 5-9. 5-9 for the Preacher. He gets a strikeout there. And that keeps the runner on at second. And let's take a look here at the clutch situation. Looks like Enos and Sisler both lose in the clutch. Perhaps Enos a little bit more. So with first base open, that's not what I wanted to click on. With first base open, we're going to walk Enos to get to Sisler. So Dick Sisler up, and 5-8 on the roll. 5-8, and Jackie Robinson going to have to come up with a nice play to end the inning. The roll is on the way. We've got a 4 on the 20, and then we've got a 15. Got a 15, so Robinson just makes the play, and we'll turn the scorebook over as the Dodgers will come to bat for the first time in today's game. Excuse me. 6-7. 6-7. Well, we've got an X chance. And on the 20, it is a 17. No help for us there. And we've got a 12. So Thompson out at first. Like I said, hopefully I can live stream some of these. Again, I've never done anything like this. I've never, uploaded a replay game, never live streamed. So hopefully, we get to live stream and I can get at least one fan to hold me accountable. So if I do click something wrong, because I'm constantly thinking of other things as a high school baseball coach. Just constantly thinking of different things, and sometimes I'll say something and click something totally different. Certainly not on purpose. Furillo gets a 4-8. 4-8, and he draws a walk. 65% chance. Let's try early. He's running with the pitch. All right, we've got the jump, and it is a 16, so he's going to get the jump, slide into second, and turn right on back to the dugout. As Furillo gets thrown out, Snyder comes up with 2 outs. It is a 2-6 for Snyder. Snyder's going to draw a walk. So the Duke's on, and we're going to check again. Duke going to try to get the jump. He does not, and that takes the chance down to a 1-6, and we are going to hold right there as Jackie Robinson steps up. So we need a big 2-out hit here. And it is a 2-7. We'll find the hitter's card. That's always a good sign. 2-7. Just a fly out to Ashburn in center. Then that ends the inning. So after 1, we find ourselves tied. 2-5 from Rowe. Again, like I said, not necessarily broadcasting. Just kind of playing games, talking it out. Hopefully we get the live stream down. Again, never done anything, just trying to find things to pass the time. 2-5 from Rowe to Semenik. We've got an X chance on the X this time. It is a 14. And single. Let's see if he tries for the jump. He does not. On the way to Goliath. It is a 2-9. 2-9. Strike out. 2 outs. And Semenik's going to hold. Bubba Church is going to hit. Always good to have the pitcher up with 2 outs. 6-5. Not always good to find your card, though. Got an X chance. It is a 9. And holy cow, Bubba Church. Always good to have the pitcher up unless you find a weak spot in your pitcher's card and the pitcher takes 1 out. So Snyder and Thompson turned around and gave it a run, but Church knocks it out of the ballpark and the Phillies find themselves up early. 1-7 now as we turn the lineup over. Robinson gets the ground out. Damage done now. So we've got some work to do. Gil Hodges first. It is a 6-11. 6-11. We've got an X chance. Be nice to get some pressure put on him early. It's a 2 on the 20, so that's gonna work. 2 on the 20 and an 11. So a double for Hodges. Good start with Campy coming up. Roy Campanella, he was 2 for 3 yesterday. Well, last week when I played game 1. But he went 2 for 3, and his other at-bat was a strikeout. And Campy's got a 6-6 offering from Church. Popped it up. Hamner, no problem. Hodges stands at second. That brings up Pee Wee Reese. Reese was 1 for 3 yesterday. 6-9. 6-9. And another fly ball out. So Ashburn hauls it in. So it looks like we're looking towards wasting that leadoff double unless Rocky Bridges can come through for us. He's still looking for his first hit of the year. And it's a 2-4. And a foul out. Maybe. Yeah. Popped up behind home plate. Wind could have blew a little bit harder, but no luck for us. Top of the third, down 2-0. Of course, Preacher O got it buckled down here. 2-9 to Ashburn, who's been busy in the outfield. Robinson gets the out. Willie Jones, 2-4. Oh, I'm sorry, 2-9. Thought I read that wrong. 2-9. Robinson going after it again. He's got 2 plays, or 2 outs. Jackie's certainly a talker on the field. If you've ever read Wait Till Next Year. 6-7. 6-7. We've got an X chance. It's an 8. And that's going to grow eyes and get through. And what do we want to do? We're not going to hold. And Sisler comes up with... I'm sorry, it wasn't Wait Till Next Year, by the way. It just came into my head. It was Roger Kuhn, Boys of Summer. Boys of Summer. Sisler, 4-10. 4-10. We've got an X chance. Boy, if Reese could just get to it, that'd be awesome. Too many errors, though, on that side. We've got a 13. He does get to it. But we've got a 12. Oof, just survived the error. Nice play by Pee Wee. No damage done. Preacher got to start things off. 6-7. 6-7. X chance again down there at second. And we've got a 17 on the 20 and a 7. That doesn't do us any good. Ground out 4-3. So that'll bring up Don Thompson. Thompson 0 for 5 to start out the season. 4-7. 4-7. Another 4-3. One thing to note, I'm playing with automatic lineups, so the lineups that the managers trot out will be the ones that we start with, but as the game goes on, I will manage, and the computer obviously will manage according to what it takes to win the ball game, or so we think. Carl Furillo with 2 outs. It's a 2-8. 2-8 for Furillo. Well, how about that? 1-2-3 inning. And we're already into the 4th, and we've got one hit, a leadoff double that we wasted. Rowe goes back out. It's Hamner and Rowe, and it is a 4-6. 4-6. Fly ball to right. Furillo's underneath it. That's pretty good outfield for the Dodgers in 51. Not much touch the ground. A lot of range. 2-5 for Semenuk. On an X chance, it's a 15. And base hit. 15% steal. Or I'm sorry, 75% steal. My guess is he is not going anywhere. Well, he does try for the lead. Preacher Rowe with that combination -5 hold Campy's arm back there. Turns him back with the fake pickoff. Runner on first, 8-hitter up. And it is a 1-8. That's never a good sign. Find the pitcher or the hitter's card. Line out. Weak line out to Pee Wee. And Bubba Church. Boy, I'm not going to speak softly of Bubba Church's hitting ability, as he roped one to left center for a 2-run bomb earlier. And what do you know? His offering this time finds the pitcher's card. It's a 5-10. And we've got an X chance. It's Rocky Bridges down there at third base. Lot of errors. He's a 9 on the 20 and an 11. And what do you know? 2-base error for Rocky Bridges. Sails it over the first baseman's head, and Hodges, Robinson, and Furillo all have to chase it out into shallow right. So now it's Eddie Wakis. 2 outs. It is a 4-4. If we could avoid going to Ashburn, who's 3-0-2 in the clutch, that'd be great. On a split chance is a 3. That's not good. Base hit. That's 1 run in. And what we didn't want to do was face Ashburn. And he loses in the clutch, but he's still a 302 hitter. We're gonna move the runner, load the bases, and take our chances with Jones, who's a 238 hitter. He loses 50 points in the clutch. Six, seven. X chance is a 17. Base hit. We gotta throw home, so we're gonna throw for the lead runner, and it is a 1. Oh boy. So the Philadelphia Phillies putting it on us, thanks to a throwing error by Rocky Bridges. We're going to walk Enos, to get to Sisler. It paid off once. We've got a 2-8. 2-8 on an X chance, which is a 20 this time. Lined right at no, it's a base hit. And Preacher Rose gassed as Furillo can't get to it. Sisler comes through. 2 more runs are in. It's 7-0. And Rowe, he's going to stay in the ball game. 5-run 4th. All the damage being done with 2 outs. 4-6. And Rowe says he'll do it himself as he induces the fly ball. Lot of runs. 5 runs, all scoring after the 2-out throwing error by Bridges. So we've got some work to do. 1 hit, down 7-0. Let's see what Snyder can do. It is a 4-10 for the Duke. Nice play over at first base to save Galliot at second. Snyder's out. And now it's Jackie Robinson. It is a 4-9. On an X chance, it's an 18. Right at Willie Jones. And Hodges with the only hit, a leadoff double, and he was stranded. 2-7. On an a split chance, it's a 12. A home run for Gil Hodges. So it looks like Gil's going to be the only one to do anything today, as Hodges takes Bubba Church deep, makes it 7-1. I suppose that's an important run because we can't tie without scoring. 2-7 now for Roy Campanella. And it's an X chance, this one on a 13. And it's a double for Campy with 2 outs. And now Pee Wee Reese. Get that double in. If we get Campy in here with a base hit, I would feel, I guess, marginally better. And it is a 5-5. Swung and missed, and Pee Wee goes down on strikes. So we got 1 back. Top of the 5th. It's 7-1 bad guys. As Semenick gets a 2-6. Nice play by Pee Wee. Out recorded. Goliath on a 6-12. 6-12, and we are going to the X chart. And it's a 20 on the 20. And a 9. So Don Thompson's going to pull it in. And Bubba Church, who opened the scoring for the Phillies back in the second with a 2-run bomb to left center. And he got on by way of a 2-base error that started the rally in the fourth. He has been the offensive MVP so far today. And it is a 4-2. As Bridges fields that one, no wild throw, and he gets the out. So Rocky Bridges steps up, trying to make amends for his errant throw. And it is a 4-8 errant throw back in the fourth, who started all this. And Bridges draws a walk. As the Preacher steps up, we're going to sacrifice. That'll work. Don Thompson with a guy on at second. 1 out in the fifth. 6-8. 6-8. On an X chance, it's a 4. And that's a 2-bagger for Thompson and an RBI. So trying to chip away. As Carl Furillo comes up 1 out, Thompson trades places with Bridges. And it's a 1-6. And Furillo's out. Thompson remains at second. Now it's clutch time for the Duke. A home run would be taken greatly. It's a 5-3. I'm not holding my breath. We've got a next chance. Some errors on there, but he's not going to not get to it. It's a 10 on a 10. And it goes 3-1, but we got one more bat closing the gap again. Rose staying in the ball game. Not much he's done wrong today. Let a couple of guys string some hits together, but the error that allowed the fourth inning to continue is what hurt him. It's a 4-6. Good work. Richie Ashburn, as we turn the lineup over again. This is Ashburn's 4th at bat today. And the offering, it's a 2-5. Preacher grabs it, runs it over, tosses to Hodges. And if we could get another shutdown inning here and chip away, we got a 5-7. On an X chance, which is a 10. And there's a double, so no shutdown inning. Can still limit the damage here, as we're going to, again, intentionally walk Del Eanes for the 3rd time and see if we can't get Sisler out. It's just a better matchup. Sisler, obviously a lefty. Preacher, a little bit better against lefties. Sisler leans towards the righties a little bit, so let's see if we can't get him out. It is a 5-12. 5-12. Jackie Robinson. Can he get to it? He does not get to it. It is a 1 on an 8. An infield single, allegedly. So he does get to it. He just couldn't make the throw. And now, after getting the first 2 outs, Preacher finds himself in quite the pickle. He's got right-handed Granny Hamner up. Big spot here in the 6th, and it is a 1-5. And that time Robinson gets to it, tosses on to first. So he does get the shutdown inning. Shuts him out, but he was walking the tightrope. So Jackie Robinson steps to the plate. 6-8. On an X chances of 15. Clean single for Robinson. We're going to let's see what the double play potential is for Campy. We're gonna try it. See if he can't get the lead. He does not. So we'll, not Campy, Hodges. A little bit better. Hodges has been the man today so far, though. We got a 4-11. Oh, and he swung and missed. A ball outside of the zone. Now it's Campy's turn, and we wanted to avoid the double play, and my guess is we'll find it. Well, there comes a chance. If we could find this, if we could get this one by. It is a 10, so we didn't get it by him, and it's a 12, and he's going to make the play. Oh, he tried to get the lead runner, and Robinson beat it out. Okay, interesting decision. Ball must have taken him up the middle. So it's Pee Wee Reese with guys on the corners now. Robinson, always a threat to steal home. Well, we've got to let Pee Wee Reese swing away here. Fly out, a strikeout. 1 for 5 to start out the year. Swing away, Pee Wee. Swing away. And it is a 2-7. Double play. Just roll to start the top of the 7th. Not discuss that one. It's a 4-6. Obviously, we were trying to avoid the double play there. Didn't necessarily want to bunt to bring Bridges up. Got a couple of guys we probably would have pinched hit with at this point. I just trusted Pee Wee, and he let me down. Seminick makes the first out on a deep fly ball. And then we've got a 1-6 on the way to Galliot. And Bridges takes that one. Now it's Church. See if he swings here. He's going to stay in the ball game to hit. And it'll be a 1-10. 1-10. 2 hops. Bridges throws on to first, and he gets the out. I do want to take a look here to make sure. Yeah, Philly managed by a computer. Sometimes I change those settings and I forget. So Bridges will hit. Actually. Yeah, we'll let Bridges stay in the game and hit. And it is a 2-6. Oh, no luck there. Now Preacher's coming out of the ball game. And we are going to go with let's go with Cal Abrams. We're going with Cal Abrams to pinch hit. Excuse me. So Abrams will pinch hit is a 1-8. 1-8 for Abrams, his first at bat. Fastball down, he walks, and we've got an error.